So I can confirm through extensive trial and error that there is absolutely no way for me to introduce myself and this YouTube channel without coming across incredibly awkward or cringe. And so we'll just skip that for the time being. And I will just say thank you for joining me. If at the end of this video you like the sound of where this channel is headed, please feel free to do all of that awesome YouTube stuff like liking and commenting and ideally subscribing. That being said, let's get to it. I will try my best to keep this video short and to the point, and fair warning, I will fail miserably to do so. This video is really here to serve two main purposes. The first is to see if I can work out how to create and upload a YouTube video and do the thumbnails and the tags and stuff like that. And I suppose if you're already watching this, then that's an indication that I was at least partially successful. Whether I got the thumbnail down is another matter entirely, and I guess I'll have to double check once it's uploaded. The second purpose, and the main reason you're here, is I want to give you an idea of what you can expect from this channel moving forwards. And it's really, really simple. I want to use this channel, this platform, to deliver helpful content that really covers the two areas I am most passionate about. The first is all things fitness. Yes, I apologize. I'm one of those gym bros, and I always have been. It is the beginning of 2024, which means that as of recording, I'm 33. And I first started exercising when I was 15. So I've been exercising, training, working out for longer than I haven't, I guess. My math isn't great, but I think that checks out. And I have always been in the fitness industry, I guess you would say. I have been and continue to be a strength and conditioning coach, a personal trainer, an online coach. And I want to use this platform to deliver helpful, useful, practical content. I want to give you tips on how to perform certain exercises, mistakes you should avoid in the gym and with certain exercises. I want to talk about how to build a healthy approach and healthy mindset in regards to your training programs, your nutrition, your activity levels. I want to answer your questions. I want to solve those problems because that is what I am good at. That is what I am an expert in. That is what my profession has been and always will be. And so I want to use this platform to deliver longer form content than perhaps other social media platforms might allow me to. And in case it wasn't obvious already, I am someone who struggles to fit a concise point into a 90 seconds or shorter clip. So enter YouTube. Some of these videos I will be sitting in the office, but a majority of the fitness-based videos I will be taking my camera, which happens to be actually an iPhone. Thank you, Mike, for lending me your iPhone, to the gym to break down exercises, to give you those tips, to answer questions. And that is what I want to do with half of this YouTube channel. So if you're a fitness person, if you're struggling with anything regarding to your training, getting stronger, building muscle, getting leaner, your nutrition, your activity levels, there's confusion, please do follow me for that content. The other half of this YouTube channel, and I'm going to split this YouTube channel in half rather than have two separate ones because there's absolutely no way I can manage two YouTube channels. I've only just started one. The other half of this YouTube channel is going to be based around the second area I am most passionate about, and that is nerdy stuff. More specifically, Warhammer and Dungeons & Dragons. And this is going to be a very different approach. When it comes to fitness, training, coaching, I have more than a decade's worth of experience training and coaching and working in that area. That isn't the same can't be said for the nerdy stuff. For Warhammer and Dungeons & Dragons, when it comes to the area, I am relatively new to this. And I am trying my best to pick everything up as fast as I can. And I think that, or what I want to do is offer a slightly different opinion, I suppose, or approach, because when I first started getting into this stuff, and I'm sure, again, if you're one of these people, you may have done the same. You go on YouTube, you go online, and there are dozens and hundreds of expert individuals giving out advice. And that is brilliant. That is fantastic. But it can be a little daunting sometimes. When I first started trying to paint some Warhammer models, I would watch videos from experts who had won like international tournaments. And I would find their approach daunting and challenging. And as someone who barely scrapes together an hour, maybe 2 hours at most a week to paint my silly little models, maybe it wasn't the best idea to try that approach to begin with. The same with Dungeons and Dragons. When I first started getting into that, running games, most of the advice I found was from people who had been doing it for decades, who were professional voice actors. And that is a lot of what we see on social media and online. That is what Dungeons and Dragons is. It is these big, high profile streaming channels playing their games to an audience. And again, it's not to take away from that content, it's fantastic. But what I want to do with the other half of this channel is share the journey from the perspective of someone who's actually pretty new to it, who is trying to get better at a faster rate, but also has limited time, who doesn't get to spend a dozen hours every week painting or playing with their favorite little miniature plastic toys, who doesn't have dozens and dozens of hours, no, it's dozens, who doesn't have hours and hours and hours every week to dedicate to Dungeons and Dragons, but still wants to get a ton out of the hobby. But I also want to talk about why you should be doing these things. I want to talk about why you should be taking your fitness and your health and your training to a degree seriously. Because it's bigger than just having abs. It's bigger than just losing a few pounds or filling out your sleeves. And I want to talk about why I advocate and encourage you to take your hobbies seriously. Now, those hobbies for me, Warhammer and Dungeons and Dragons, I'm a massive nerd, but your hobbies may be different. You may be into sports, you may be into music, you may be into walking along the beaches and reading books and movies and stuff like that. But I want to talk about why our hobbies are important. And again, it's bigger than just playing some silly games with your mates, although that is what it boils down to, at least for me. And so that's what you can expect from this YouTube channel. If you are one of those people who's into your fitness or you want help with it, follow this channel. If you are someone who is dipping your toes into nerdy hobbies like Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons, video games, and you want to see what it's like for someone who's in a similar position, who's maybe 6 months or a year and a half ahead of you, who can digest information that comes from a higher level from experts and say, hey, look, this is the stuff you need to worry about right now. You don't need to worry about all of these expert level techniques and tips and advice. Then watch this channel. And if you are one of those magical people who, like me, finds yourself with one foot firmly in each camp, then welcome. You should probably follow this channel too. I'm going to end this video there. Tomorrow I'm going to film another one and I'm going to upload it tomorrow. If you found this interesting, you probably didn't. There's nothing interesting in this video. But on the off chance you found this interesting, let me know in the comments. Introduce yourself, say hello. Let me know, did you come across from Instagram? Did you come across from Facebook? People use Facebook anymore? Anyway, I don't know how to do sign-offs for this video. I don't know how to introduce videos, and I don't know how to sign them off, and I'm pretty sure I rambled for about 15 minutes when I could have done it in 2 or 3. This has been a great start, but I guess that's what's important, isn't it? Getting started. I guess I could do a video on getting started. Right. Catch you in the next video.